If you like games and were not living under a rock, you know that earlier this month, the game The Day Before launched to a catastrophic failure. It had close to none of the promised features, a lot of bugs, and connectivity problems. I was not following the game, but to my surprise it was the most wishlisted game on Steam, and I want to know why. Hello everyone, I'm Gaba, and today I want to talk a bit about hype. Why there are games that entice the general audience up to a frenzy, and if there is a pattern we can observe and maybe even apply as an indie game developer. You may be asking, why do Steam wishlists matter? Well, they are one of the only indicators that the game developers have to tell them how successful their game could be. It's not the best indicator. Wishlists are a one-to-one conversion to sales, and you're probably guilty of leaving a game withering away on your wishlist until a good sale comes. I know I am, but it's a consensus that more wishlists tend to lead to higher sales. And looking into the Day Before wishlist charts, you can see why one could think it's a big deal. So I went in a journey to find games that were really hyped in the last 10 years or so, filtered out sequels and famous IPs as they would have a clear advantage in making people hyped, and formed a hypothesis as to what to put in a trailer that will make people embark on the hype train. Here's what I found out. Games with pedigree. That might be a pretty obvious one. By games with a pedigree, I mean games that are made by industry darlings. From Software games, Kojima games, Bethesda games. Games that are made by these seem to instantly enter in the radar of most gamers. Even when they show very little, people bend over backwards to try to extract every single ounce of information from trailers. So much so that they clearly use this to their favor. One recent example is Kojima's new game, OD. The teaser is almost 2 minutes of nothing, but was enough to spawn a myriad of threads and videos to speculate about. And let's be honest, speculating things that we are excited about is fun. A bit useless for indies, as we don't have any laurels to rest on, but still fun. There are also games that steal that pedigree. This happens when there are spiritual successors, reimaginations, or merged mechanics. Some examples are Palworld, the Pokemon shooter, Lies of P, if From Software made a game about Pinocchio, or the Callisto Protocol, a spiritual successor of Dead Space. They use the public familiarity with something and add a twist, usually very effective, and maybe could be useful for indies like myself. Eye candy. Another obvious one, however, it's not as clear-cut. There are games that are not only pretty, but usually have a unique art style, or at least a different enough art style with a ravishing difference in quality. Games like Planet of Lana, with its hand-painted scenery, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, with its incredible Pixar-like art direction, even Ghost of Tsushima, with its astonishing representation of feudal Japan. Huge worlds. Almost every single review trailer of games that were considered hyped show in some way or another that it has a huge world, even if that turned out not to be true. They always include a shot with different biomes, a zooming out shot of the world, or at least a shot of the world map. Metro, Tunic, and Forspoken are clear examples of this trait. It seems we love to lose ourselves in big worlds, especially when they are alien or have interesting landmarks. Now to one of my favorites. Big monster! Almost all trailers had a big baddie, sometimes figuratively, like in 12 minutes, but most of the times literally. It's an exceptional way to end the trailer. Even though I didn't take it in account for this small research, one of God of War's trailers that ends with the word serpent is still one of my favorites.
What is this?
It's the world serpent.
Stay calm, boy!
I am!
What is it saying?
He wants to help us!
It instantly gives the game a
Holy shit!
vibe that is essential for getting people hyped. These are the more general patterns. Almost every hype trailer has at least one of those. I would like to talk about certain keywords that were so present that I've decided to create a bingo. The keywords are the following: zombies, or in some rare occasions other common monsters like vampires. It is mind-boggling how much hype zombie games get. You'd think the general public is saturated with it. But our friend, the latest entry to Golem-like games, don't let me lie, zombies equal hype. Fake co-op or fake banter. I think it's safe to say we all cringe with these interactions. E3 made Rest in Peace sometimes had them live, which was worse than death. But even in its recorded form, people seem to at best not be bothered by it. Still, studios haven't found a better way to communicate that a game is multiplayer, and I believe we'll have to keep cringing for a while. Apocalypse. It seems gamers want to watch the world burn. A lot of these games are about the end of the world as we know it, and I love it. Gore. Now, not every game can have gore, as there are plenty of family-friendly games that manage to create hype. However, it seems that almost every game that can have gore, be that blood, limbs, or death, will show it on the trailer. Futuristic or cyberpunk. Maybe it's Cyberpunk 2077's influence since its teaser trailer, but there are a lot of games that have futuristic cities with neon everywhere, and bionic implants and futuristic weapons. I get it. The future is exciting after all. Flying or who doesn't want to fly, am I right? Hype games usually have a movement that is fast-paced, graceful, and sometimes even close to magical. The anthem wound has yet to heal. Famous songs. Self-explanatory. There are a lot of trailers with some well-known music, or at least music that was not made for the game. Magic. This one, I admit, a bit shady. Not because there are a lot of games that have magic, that is true, but I am counting a lot of things as magic. Time travel, absurdly advanced tech, impossible biological powers. All magic according to this definition. Space.
So much space. Need to see it all. I'm in space. I'm in space. I'm in space.
The end.
Asian culture. This one puzzled me a bit. I've always been under the impression that the US, the largest market share, had a bit of prejudice against Asian culture in entertainment. But there are a lot of games that have at least some element of that culture, be that the setting, voice, music, or weapons. Robots or mechs. This, tied with zombies, is the most common trope, which came as a surprise to me. I didn't think there were that many robots in games, but boy was I wrong. Also, I'm counting quote-unquote Iron Man suits as mechs. And that's it. Joining these with the previous categories, and we have something like this bingo card. I got through a lot of hype games, and the lowest score I got was 3, and that was for 12 minutes, a game that I don't think it was that hyped to begin with. I think one fun experiment is to create new elevator pitches with at least 4 features. Let's see. Bethesda game with magic, zombies, gore, and big monster. Oh no, that's Skyrim. Space game with a big map, flying, and in the oh, that's No Man's Sky. Okay, I got it. A game with a lot of gore, in space and with zombie. Oh, god damn it! Anyway, feel free to comment your elevator pitch. Who knows, maybe we can predict the future and come up with an amazing game here in the comment section. That's it, guys. If you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe. If you don't, tell me why in the comments. Don't forget to drink your water. Falou!